we're back to do 3 more episodes. And then they go on their hiatus. I guess we'll just start off by saying, after this, we will do another vlog series. We're kind of split over which one we should do next. Either one that
I wanted to do the 80s classic Rainbow Bright and was voted down.
Well, after the huge response of people
it was the only
that got
thing
the
more
joke,
colorful than this show.
If it was it's the only joke that got the most responses. Our Phantom of the Opera review. Everybody was just like, I remember that. No, most of them were like, who are those two? Like, you don't know the classics. That was one of the girl shows I watched when I was a little kid. Honestly, I just said, I like the bad guys. You're funny.
You just wanted a world without color.
I want to be dark and gray. Like Murky and Murky. We're getting really sidetracked. So, we don't know what we're going to do yet. You don't need to write a million. Do this, do that. We got, maybe 3 or 4 that it's okay, it's one of these. We just don't know which one it's going to be yet. But, yeah, we're going to go through these 3. And this one is, it could have been great.
Could have been a contender.
Yes, and this,
little bit of a slow start, not gonna lie.
With the song and everything, but you want to know what my absolute favorite part of this is? The very, very beginning and the very, very ending. I love that quiet when they're just sitting there looking out at the sunset, but it's also foreboding somehow. It's the calm before the storm, kind of.
It's like that scene in The Last of Us with the giraffes. I'm not crying. You're crying.
And then I like the bit at the end where she has the diamond, and you don't know why. You don't know what that's going to do. You don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So both of it, I think I like both the feeling of, I don't know how to accept this scene. I really like scenes that can do that, where it's this extreme good feeling and this extreme bad feeling.
It was fine. I was just happy the whole episode wasn't that, because it got intense at the end, and I'm like, good. Because I was worried, I'm like, is this going to be an all-song episode?
Me, Ray, Tito. It's yeah.
I was I saw this. I saw Sound of Music like everyone else did.
We saw the one where it's she's being introduced to the world and stuff, but what I do like is that it... I think with anyone, you're not going to win somebody over in just a half-hour segment or an hour. I mean, it's even if you think you have them won over, I mean, it's you're never fully going to have them. It's what's that line? It's whatever religion you're raised on, that's always going to be a part of you, even if you become atheist or Buddhist or whatever.
Turning up like a bad penny.
If you were raised...
I'll have Catholic guilt to the day I die. I don't care if I'm Buddhist, pagan, or Jedi.
If you're, raised Jewish but then become Buddhist or something like that. That Jewish background would never fall. Yes. Ooh, maybe that was the Da Vinci Code 3. But, yeah, so it's...
Where are you going with this?
I was pretty much saying that because, it's one of those things where a character shouldn't just immediately flip around, I think. Although we see it a lot, and we usually accept it, but I kind of you see constantly through this, not just, hey, I'm evil at the very end, or that she even wants to be evil. You see it's hard letting this stuff go, because she's just been, Paradigm talking about it, has been raised on this stuff all her life, and has had this great admiration for it, and then just suddenly, in a few weeks, she's supposed to be something else.
I love that scene, too, where she's just check out what they were going to do. This would have been awesome! And I'm sitting there well, it didn't mean the extinction of my species. I'm yeah, I gotta admit, it looks pretty cool.
I love the design of that Earth after everything's taken over.
I want to see what the hell... By the way, the fuck happened to Russia?
Yeah, the Syria's just gone.
It's this giant, bay or lake or ocean, in the middle of Siberia.
I don't know, geography and stuff very well, but I saw that map for a second. I was just was there a hole there? Was there something just...
Oh, no, that made me laugh because you were literally the world's worst person at geography. You've gotten...
And I noticed it before you noticed it.
Yeah, and you did. And I'm wait, what are you talking about? Well, I wasn't looking at Russia. I was looking at where the little dot was.
No, I just noticed. I'm so used to seeing this map of the world, and there's just a big hole there. I'm huh? So that's also very foreboding.
Name a few countries that border Russia.
I'm just gonna sing the Animaniacs Yakko song: United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru.
None of which border Russia.
I can see Russia from my house. But yeah, this is an episode that I think starts off slow, but then gets like,
really good.
yeah, it's again, it's Peridot. I fucking love Peridot. You know, she's like sort of becoming my new favorite character. It's like a toss-up now between her and Garth.
Oh, no. And just to think, a day ago she wanted to kill us. Well, technically it was a few weeks ago.
And you get it. You get why she's like this and why she can't just flip around and suddenly be something else. I mean,
she's
it's
like a
very well explained.
stormtrooper, a brown shirt. She's been indoctrinated and she drank the Kool-Aid. And now she's having to, it's almost like deprogramming her. It's like, oh, it's not just all the Kool-Aid I've drank. There's another reality here. And I think it's hard for her to accept it.
Well, I think because she was so excited to see all that stuff and see the destruction of Earth and it started going off on how they actually made things worse, when she has that diamond at the end, you legitimately don't know, is this a good thing or a bad thing? You know, is she looking to make things better? Is she like, you know, a friggin' show you? So I really like that. I like not really knowing what she's up to. And I'm wondering what that other room is for, too. They go by and say, what's this room? It's not important. And they keep walking. It's like,
That's why I was like, come on, Charlie, let's take a sip. Willy Wonka won't notice. I thought he was going to stay behind and do something there, but apparently not.
Well, and what I like, too, is, you know, with Peridot, like, going in, it's like, you can't sit there, only the highest elders sit there. It's like, but they're not here anymore. And she said that great nervous laugh that she has throughout the whole thing. I was just thinking, like,
I think she's on a little bit of a power trip, because these are her heroes, and she's like, I'm sitting in the chair.
Well, again, I'm trying to look at it like the other way around. Like, let's say it was like, you know, I don't know, like the White House or something, and there's like the president's chair or something like that. It's like, it'd be weird, because it's like, that's the president's chair. It's like, but if, whatever, all of humanity was gone or something, it'd just be
you
like,
can still see the
why couldn't
Monica
you sit here?
Lewinsky stage.
With a little bit of cigar ash on. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like when you're in that situation, I can identify with her, even though she wants to do something, you know, or is having a hard time getting away from that life of doing really, really bad things. So,
well, it's the closest she's ever going to be to a position of power, I think, is the irony of it.
Yeah.
Sitting in that chair. So, yeah, I liked Garnet's, no, all life is precious. Now let me demonstrate with my fists.
Anytime they have a reflection in
Call
her
it
goggles,
fistimacation.
I love whenever they do like a reflection or goggles. I always think it's like, I'm always waiting for that kind of shot. Or when they get it so close, like you can't see at the outline of the black hair, so it's just like black, and then her goggles in her mouth, and that's it. I always think that's so cool. Yeah, trying to think of much else here. Yeah, I think it's one of those things where it is good to know that, like, you know, as you said, deprogramming doesn't work quickly, and even when you think it's worked, you know, there's always going to be hints of it there.
That's because in her case, they're not actively trying to it's not like they strapped her down to a chair and are like putting on some sort of routine. It's more like she's just acclimating to her new environment. So
well, and she doesn't want to be a part of that environment either, but she's just kind of chosen to because it's her best option. And then they've done a few nice things. Okay, I guess I can do a few nice things, but she very begrudgingly does all this. So it kind of makes sense that she would be like that. So yeah, I like it. Like I said, I think the Peridot episodes are just the coolest episodes to me. They're funny and they're interesting, and it's just a really great character. So
I concur.
Indeed.
Do you concur?
I concur.
We concur.
We'll reference other movies probably 10 years old in the next vlog.
Catch me if you can.
I concur.
So do I.